There's one movement that builds more leg strength than lunges ever will. You don't step forward. You don't step back. And your legs never leave a position you can't control. I've got 3 ways to do it, and I'm going to show you the first one right now. To find a wall and put your back flat against it. Slide down until your thighs are parallel with the floor, like you're sitting in an invisible chair. Now extend one leg out in front of you and hold it there. You'll feel this immediately. Your quads on the working leg are holding your entire body weight in a shortened position. There's no momentum, no bounce, and no way to cheat it. That's pure time under tension. And it's the one thing that lunges skip, because the movement is always rushing through the hardest part. The depth matters. If your thighs are above parallel, you're letting your quad off the hook. Aim for that 90-degree angle where your thigh is flat and your shin is straight up and down. That's the sweet spot where your quad does most of the work. Hold for about 15 to 20 seconds. Then switch legs. If your legs start shaking, that's not a sign to stop. That's your quad working at a level lunges never reaches. Scoot if you want more of these. I put out new ones every week. That covers the front of your leg, but lunges are supposed to build the back of your leg too. And there's a faster way to get there. Grab a dumbbell in one hand and shift your weight onto the opposite leg. Slowly hinge forward at your hips, letting your free leg extend straight behind you, and the dumbbell drop toward the floor. Keep going till your chest and back leg are roughly parallel with the floor. Then drive back up to standing. The key is the hinge. Push your hips back. Don't round your spine forward. Think about closing a car door with your butt. Your back stays flat. Your glute and hamstring on the standing leg do all the work. That's the exact muscle group that lunges are supposed to hit on the back leg. Except in a lunge, you blow through that position so fast, your glute barely engages. Here, you're actually controlling every inch. In a lunge, you blow through the position so fast your glute barely engages. Here, you control every inch. When you come back up, squeeze your glute hard at the top. Do 8 to 10 per side, slow and controlled. Those 2 hit your quads and your glutes. But there's one more thing lunges are supposed to build that neither of those give you on its own, not behind a sturdy stool or a low bench. Put your whole foot on it, not just your toes. Drive through your heel and step up until you're standing on one leg and hold at the top. Don't let your other foot touch down. Just stand there for a count of 3. Then lower back down slowly. This is your functional piece. Every time you climb stairs, get out of a car, or step up a curb, your body is doing this exact movement. One leg takes your full weight through a full range of motion, and your quad, glute, and calf all have to work together to keep you stable. Lunges are supposed to build this, but a lunge spreads the load across both legs. Here, one leg does everything. Keep your chest tall on the way up. The second you lean forward, your lower back starts working instead of your leg. And when 8 reps feel easy, slow the lowering down to a 3-second count. That eccentric control is where the real strength gains happen. And it's something you never get from a lunge because you're always dropping into the next step. Do 8 reps per side. Now, here's the full routine. Single leg wall sit hold, 15 to 20 seconds per side. Single leg RDL, 8 to 10 reps per side step up hold. 8 reps per side with a 3-count hold at the top. Rest 30 to 45 seconds between rounds. And do 3 rounds total. The whole routine takes under 10 minutes. And your legs will know they worked harder than any set of lunges. If 3 rounds feel comfortable, add a 4th. And as you get stronger, push the wall sit to 30 seconds and the step up hold to a 5-second count. That's all the progression you need. Drop a comment and tell me which leg exercise surprised you the most. If you want a full plan built on movements like these, my Stronger for Life program is linked below. Subscribe and watch the video on screen. I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong, but before you go, I want you to understand something deeper. Because this isn't just about building stronger legs. It's about understanding how your body actually works, and why the exercises you've been doing might not be giving you the results you deserve. Let me explain why these 3 holds are so much more effective than lunges for building real, functional leg strength. And to do that, we need to talk about something called time under tension. Time under tension is exactly what it sounds like. It's the amount of time your muscle spends working against resistance during an exercise. When you do a lunge, the entire movement takes about 2 to 3 seconds, 1 second down, 1 second up. In that brief window, your muscle is under tension, but it's rushing through the hardest part. When you hold a position, like the single leg wall sit, your muscle is under tension for 15 to 20 seconds continuously. That's 5 to 10 times longer than a single lunge repetition. And that prolonged tension creates a much stronger stimulus for muscle growth and strength development. Research has consistently shown that time under tension is one of the most important variables for muscle hypertrophy. A study published in the Journal of Physiology found that slow, controlled movements with extended time under tension produced significantly greater muscle growth than faster movements with shorter time under tension. When you hold a position like the wall sit, several things happen in your muscle fibers. The sustained contraction creates a buildup of metabolic byproducts, lactic acid, hydrogen ions, and inorganic phosphate. These byproducts signal your nervous system that your muscle is under significant stress. In response, your body recruits more muscle fibers to help maintain the position. This is called the size principle of muscle fiber recruitment. Smaller, weaker fibers fatigue first. As they tire, your nervous system recruits larger, stronger fibers to take over. By the time you reach the end of a 20-second hold, you've recruited nearly all of the available muscle fibers in your quad. In a lunge, you never reach that level of recruitment. Because the movement is too fast, there's another factor at play here. When you're holding a position, your muscle is working isometrically. It's contracting without changing length. Isometric contractions are incredibly effective for building strength because they allow you to generate maximum force without the risk of injury that comes with dynamic movement. Think about it this way. When you do a lunge, you're moving through space. Your joints are rotating, your muscles are lengthening and shortening, and there's momentum involved. All of those factors create opportunities for injury: twisted ankles, strained knees, pulled hamstrings. The single leg wall sit is pure time under tension. No momentum, no bounce, and no way to cheat it. When you hold a wall sit, your joints are locked in a stable position. There's no momentum, no sudden movements, no awkward angles, just pure, controlled tension on the target muscle. This makes it not only more effective but also safer than dynamic exercises like lunges. Let me be clear about something. Lunges aren't a bad exercise. They're just not the best exercise for building leg strength, especially as you get older or if you have joint issues. Here's what happens in a typical lunge. You step forward, lower your body, push back up, and repeat. The entire movement takes about 2 seconds. Your quad and glute on the front leg do most of the work, but because the movement is so fast, the muscle is under tension for only a brief moment. Additionally, lunges require balance, coordination, and mobility. If you have tight hips, weak ankles, or poor balance, lunges can be uncomfortable or even dangerous. Many people compensate by leaning forward, rounding their back, or letting their knee drift inward, all of which increase the risk of injury. The single leg exercises I showed you eliminate these problems. The wall sit removes the balance requirement entirely. The RDL is performed in a slow, controlled manner that allows you to focus on form. And the step up is a natural movement that mimics activities you already do every day. One of the most overlooked aspects of leg training is the importance of single leg work. Most people train both legs together, squats, leg presses, lunges, and assume they're building balance strength. But here's the problem. In bilateral exercises like squats and leg presses, your dominant leg often does more of the work. Your stronger leg compensates for your weaker leg, creating imbalances that can lead to pain and injury over time. Single leg exercises reveal these imbalances. When you do a single leg wall sit, you can immediately feel the difference between your stronger leg and your weaker leg. One side might hold for 20 seconds easily, while the other starts shaking at 15 seconds. This isn't a weakness. It's information. It tells you exactly where you need to focus your training. Research has shown that single leg training is more effective than bilateral training for improving balance, reducing fall risk, and building functional strength in older adults. A study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that older adults who performed single leg exercises had significantly better balance and lower fall risk than those who performed bilateral exercises. This is why the 3 exercises I showed you are so powerful. They're not just building muscle. They're building stability, balance, and functional strength that translates directly into everyday life. Let's go deeper into each exercise, because the more you understand the mechanics, the better your results will be. The single leg wall sit targets your quadriceps, but it does so in a way that's uniquely effective. Your quadriceps are made up of 4 muscles: the rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, and vastus intermedius. Each of these muscles plays a slightly different role in knee extension and hip flexion. The vastus medialis in particular is crucial for knee stability. This is the teardrop-shaped muscle on the inner part of your thigh. When it's strong, it helps keep your kneecap tracking properly. When it's weak, your kneecap can drift outward, leading to pain and dysfunction. The single leg wall sit places a significant demand on the vastus medialis because of the angle of the knee and the sustained contraction. This is one reason it's so effective for people with knee pain. It strengthens the very muscle that stabilizes the knee joint. To maximize the benefits, pay attention to your foot position. Your foot should be flat on the floor, with your knee tracking directly over your toes. Don't let your knee collapse inward or drift outward. Keep it aligned with your second toe. The single leg RDL is one of the most underrated exercises for building hamstring and glute strength. It's also one of the most effective for improving balance and hip stability. The key to the RDL is the hip hinge. This is a fundamental movement pattern that involves bending at the hips while keeping your spine in a neutral position. It's the same movement you use when you pick something up off the floor, sit down in a chair, or squat down to tie your shoes. Many people have lost the ability to hinge properly because they spend so much time sitting. Their hips are tight, their hamstrings are shortened, their back rounds instead of staying flat. The RDL retrains this movement pattern. By doing it slowly and with control, you're teaching your body how to hinge correctly. This not only builds strength, but also reduces your risk of lower back injury. The loaded version with a dumbbell adds an extra challenge. The weight in one hand creates a rotational demand on your core, forcing your obliques and transverse abdominis to work to keep your torso stable. This means you're not just building leg strength, you're building core strength too. The glute squeeze at the top is another crucial element. Your glutes are the powerhouse of your lower body. When they're strong, they support your pelvis, protect your lower back, and help you generate power in every movement. Many people have weak glutes because they don't activate them properly. The RDL forces you to squeeze your glute at the top of the movement, training you to engage this muscle in daily activities. The step up is the most functional of the 3 exercises. It mimics the movements you do every day: climbing stairs, getting out of a car, stepping onto a curb, and the hold at the top adds an extra stability challenge. When you step up and hold, your standing leg has to support your entire body weight. This is a significant demand on your quad, glute, and calf. Your ankle, knee, and hip all have to work together to keep you stable. The hold at the top also challenges your balance. When you're standing on one leg, your foot, ankle, and core have to make constant micro adjustments to keep you upright. This improves your proprioception, your body's ability to sense its position in space. This is particularly important as you age. Proprioception declines with age, which is why falls become more common. By challenging your balance in a controlled environment, you're training your body to maintain stability in real-world situations. There's something else happening during these exercises that's worth understanding. It's called the neuromuscular connection, the link between your brain and your muscles. When you perform a controlled, slow movement like the single leg RDL, your brain is constantly communicating with your muscles. It's telling them how much force to generate, how to adjust for balance, and how to maintain proper form. This communication strengthens the neural pathways between your brain and your muscles. Over time, your muscles become more responsive. They fire faster. They contract more efficiently. This is why athletes who train with slow, controlled movements often have better performance than those who rely on fast, explosive movements. The single leg wall sit, RDL, and step up all require this kind of neural focus. You can't zone out and do them on autopilot. You have to be present. You have to concentrate on your form, your breathing, and your muscle engagement. Let's talk about eccentric control, the lowering phase of a movement. In the step up, the eccentric phase is when you lower yourself back down. In the RDL, it's when you hinge forward. In the wall sit, The eccentric phase is when you slide down the wall. Eccentric contractions are incredibly effective for building strength and muscle mass. Research has shown that eccentric training produces greater muscle hypertrophy and strength gains than concentric training alone. Here's why. During an eccentric contraction, your muscle is lengthening while under tension. This creates more micro tears in the muscle fibers, which triggers a stronger repair response. Your body rebuilds the muscle stronger than it was before. This is why I recommend slowing down the lowering phase in the step-up. When you take 3 seconds to lower yourself, you're maximizing the eccentric stimulus. You're telling your body that it needs to get stronger. The exercises I've shown you are effective, but they only work if you do them consistently. Here's a simple schedule to follow. Perform this routine 3 times per week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Whatever works for your schedule. Start with the beginner progression I outlined earlier. 3 rounds, 15-second wall sit, 8 RDLs per side, 8 step-ups per side with a 3-second hold. After 2 weeks, increase the wall sit to 20 seconds. After 4 weeks, increase the step-up hold to 5 seconds. After 6 weeks, add a 4th round. This gradual progression is important. Your muscles need time to adapt to the stimulus. If you increase too quickly, you risk injury. If you increase too slowly, you won't see progress. The key is to challenge yourself just enough. Not too much, not too little. Let me address some common mistakes that can compromise your results. In the wall sit, the most common mistake is allowing the hips to drop low parallel. When you go too low, your quad is no longer the primary working muscle. Your glutes and hamstrings take over, reducing the effectiveness of the exercise for quad development. Keep your hips at or just above parallel. Your thigh should be roughly horizontal to the floor. In the RDL, the most common mistake is rounding the back. When you round your back, you're putting your spine in a vulnerable position and shifting the workload from your hamstrings to your lower back. Keep your back flat. Imagine you're closing a car door with your butt. That will help you hinge from your hips rather than your spine. In the step-up, the most common mistake is leaning forward. When you lean forward, you're engaging your lower back instead of your leg muscles. Keep your chest tall and your shoulders back. Your weight should be driven through your heel. This routine is beneficial for almost everyone, but it's particularly valuable for certain groups. Older adults who want to maintain their independence and reduce their fall risk will benefit from the balance and stability training. The single leg exercises mimic real-world movements and build the strength needed to perform daily activities safely. Athletes who want to improve their performance will benefit from the neuromuscular training in time under tension. The controlled movements build strength without the injury risk of explosive exercises. People recovering from injury will benefit from the low-impact nature of these exercises. The wall sit in particular is often used in physical therapy because it strengthens the quad without putting excessive stress on the knee joint. Busy professionals who don't have time for long workouts will benefit from the efficiency of this routine. 10 minutes is all it takes. No gym membership, no equipment except a dumbbell for the RDL, which can be replaced with a heavy book or water jug. I want to step back and look at the bigger picture here. The exercises I've shown you are more than just a workout. They're a philosophy of training. They're based on the idea that controlled, mindful movement is superior to rushed, careless movement. That quality matters more than quantity. That building a strong foundation is more important than chasing impressive numbers. This is the approach I've used with clients for years. It's not flashy. It doesn't sell supplements or magic formulas. But it works. It builds real functional strength that lasts. Strength isn't built in the fast movements. It's built in the slow, controlled moments where you can't cheat. The 3 exercises I've shown you are simple, but they're not easy. They require focus. They require patience. They require a willingness to push through the discomfort of holding a position or moving slowly through a rep. This is where real growth happens. In the moments when your legs are shaking and you want to give up. In the seconds when you're holding the wall sit and your quad is screaming. In the slow lowering phase of the step-up when you feel the burn in your calf and glute. How'd you stay motivated to do this routine consistently? First, remember why you started. Whether it's to climb stairs without getting winded, to play with your grandchildren without getting tired, or simply to feel stronger and more capable in your body, keep that reason in mind. Second, track your progress. Write down how long you can hold the wall sit. Write down how many reps you can do. Write down how you feel after each workout. When you see improvement, even small improvement, it fuels your motivation. Third, remember that consistency matters more than intensity. A 10-minute workout that you do every day is more effective than a 60-minute workout that you do once a week. Make this routine a non-negotiable part of your day. Put it in your calendar. Set a reminder. Make it as routine as brushing your teeth. I want to leave you with this. Your legs are the foundation of your body. They carry you through every day of your life. They deserve to be strong. The exercises I've shown you are not just about building bigger muscles. They're about building functional strength that makes life easier. They're about reducing your risk of falls and injuries. They're about maintaining your independence as you age. They're about feeling more capable and confident in your body. Lunges have their place, but they're not the best tool for the job. The single leg wall sit, RDL, and step up build strength more effectively, more safely, and more efficiently. They honor the way your body was designed to move. Your legs are the foundation of your body. They carry you through every day of your life. They deserve to be strong. Try this routine tomorrow. Do 3 rounds. Focus on form. Breathe. Push through the discomfort. And when you're done, notice how your legs feel. Notice the sense of accomplishment. Then do it again the next day. And the next. And the next. Before you know it, you'll be stronger than you've ever been. Your legs will be more stable. Your balance will be better. Your everyday movements will feel easier. And you'll wonder why you ever wasted time on lunges. Thanks for watching Winds of Thought. If this video changed how you think about leg training, please hit that like button. It helps others discover this information too. Drop a comment and tell me which exercise surprised you most. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong.